Okay.
Let's chop it up, man.
Dude. All right. Well, awesome. Dude, Tim, welcome to the Leverage, man. I appreciate you coming on.
It's far. I'm
Dude.
glad to be here, man.
Dude, it's great to see you. And you are the sales coach extraordinaire. I mean, you've helped us so much. Please tell the people a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, so my name is Tim Chao. I'm the high ticket sales guy. I operate a bunch of info product offers. I publish offers, but I also have my high ticket sales training and placement program. And over the past couple of years, we've grown 3 businesses to over 8 figures in ARR. And it's really, really fun working with a bunch of clients, students, and partnerships like with Lewis. So yeah, it's been amazing.
Sweet. Dude, awesome, man. Well, tell me a little bit, like, I've never even asked you about your story, really. Like, give me your story. Like, I'd love to know, like, how'd you get started in sales? What is your story?
Yeah, so I actually studied neuroscience in college, and I went to Reed College, and I only went there because Steve Jobs went there. I didn't even know about anything about the college. I didn't even know it was a liberal arts college at that. I was just like, why not? And during that time, while I was studying, I just had to make money. I was like, we have to get things together. So I started in insurance sales. And that was my entry point, my entry drug of choice to get into the sales world, the money world, the make money online world. And, I just started reading more sales books, listening to more sales podcasts, buying sales courses, and realized, hey, what am I doing with all this knowledge and all this skill selling to these grannies, right? Like, I could be selling to business owners, high ticket clients, a more sophisticated audience. And then I found high ticket sales, right? Where we're selling expensive online agency services, coaching programs, courses, masterminds, and we're able to get a tiny commission. And what the story is, by the time I graduated with a neuroscience degree, I was making more than a neurosurgeon, which is pretty sweet. Like in college, making 40, 50 grand is like, dude, what do you do? Like, do you sell drugs? And yeah, it was super fun. I mean, people started asking me what I did. I started teaching others how I do it. And that's how I created Sales Mafia, my training program. And then over time, working with business owners, meeting people, building out the agency wing as well.
Sick,
yeah.
Dude. Yeah, because like a big part of what I want with this podcast too, just to let people know, is that we want to be very value driven, but I want to dig into story and spirituality. So talk about, because I want to let everyone know, because in case they don't know who you are, like, talk about some of the big wins you've had recently, man. I mean, tell the people, like, what are some really awesome wins you've had?
Yeah, I mean, just 3 days ago, I completed a contract with Cluely, which is the fastest growing AI company ever, or company to hit 100 million ARR ever. And taking on the sales wing and doing marketing for them and thinking about the enterprise sales stuff for them has been huge.
Yeah.
A16Z, Mark Andreessen funded them, like just a huge win for me.
It's awesome,
and not only that, but also signing huge creators as well, like people with over 1 million, 5 million following, and being able to operate their offer the correct way is just, it's huge. And only recently have I had actual 6-figure profit months.
Nice.
Right? I know that like we can inflate revenue all day and I can run ads and then the profit margin, the return on ad spend be like 1.15.
Right.
And you're just huge revenue, but the profit's like 10, 20K a month. Figured that out in my business. I have an amazing team, and it's easier than ever, and I'm making more than ever. So
dude, this is why, this is another thing too, because I think some of what because you hear so much with the Hormozi thing, and I wanted to ask you about that, of like, one offer, one company, like, you do multiple, and I think it's like, are you an exception to the rule? Or is this more nuance of a rule? Because I think some people, especially small business owners, if you haven't even broken through 10K, they get like, it's so mentally frustrating. You know what I mean? Of what do you actually do? So
I think Hormozi's message for that was like, he's really popular for saying, hey, one funnel, one ad, one offer. Like the point of that is he's speaking to people that have nothing working.
Right.
Once you have one ad, one funnel, one thing working, okay, on to the next. then to the next. How can we continue to build the ecosystem, right? Even though I do all these things, I have my sales brand on top. Like, hey, I'm the sales mafia guy. I'm the high ticket sales guy. I know how to sell. I manage sales reps. I know a bunch of sales reps. And naturally, people want to come to me and be like, here's $4,000. Teach me sales and get me on an offer. Cool. But building that exact same brand, coaches, creators, and companies still come to me. They're like, hey, I know you have a bunch of sales reps. Here's money. Give us the best sales reps. Right. And then the agency wing is, hey, we know you know your shit about sales. Now, manage our team, staff our team, build ops, build tracking, build the entire system. And usually on rev share models, like that makes me most of my income doing that. But you can see, like, even though they're very different things, I have different teams because they're completely separate operations. It's still under the same brand and under my face. So why not, right? I'm not going to say no to money at the end of the day, right? People have a deal to strike. Let's strike it. Let's make it happen.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think because it's kind of counterintuitive for a lot of most people.
Yeah.
I know that I was struggling with that. I still struggle with it to a certain degree because I think as a creative, you're like, I want to do so many things.
Yeah.
Because I also love music and all this other shit. But so here's another like maybe controversial question or something you can shed light into. Do you need, let's say you're doing 10K or something.
Yeah.
Do you need like do you need followers to really make money? On let's say on Instagram.
I don't think so. Not at all, actually. I know that there's a camp that's like, hey, I only want to do organic. Like this will drive, like we need to drive traffic to sell something. That's one whole world. And the whole other world is we don't even touch organic. We don't even need to do organic because I know when I run the ad, I know how much it costs to book a call. I know how much it costs to close somebody on the deal. I know how much it costs for X, Y, and Z. So they're able to scale with proper numbers, right? But the thing that works that I've seen for my offers that I'm operating, doing 7 figures a month run rate, a couple doing high 6 figures, is that you have to do both. You just have to, right? Like they feed each other. They nurture each other. And without one component, like if you're running paid without the organic, it's really expensive to nurture momentum and nurture top of funnel, right? And if you're only doing organic and not doing paid, you're missing out on, there's so many lost leads, people that just disappear, that if they were retargeted, they could have been bottom of funnel buyers that would have immediately gave you cash.
Yeah.
So you have to play not only the cash grab game, but the long-term game as well at the same time. And a lot of people can't afford to do that, right? They don't have the time. They don't have the funds. They don't have. So, I have money to burn. Like I love the competition. I'm like, dude, you're competing against someone who's not scared to lose money on acquisition.
Yeah.
How could you compete, right? Yeah. So, once I do that for a couple months and they're all dead, cool. Now the profit margin starts to rip and rip and rip. That's why all these companies that go to, these VCs or these private equity, they're not scared to go into debt because they know once they take market share and then price correctly with the numbers, you're the authority. It's over. Like,
there
you
it
can
is.
charge anything you want at that point.
Dude, because, okay, so I have one, let's say I have a client that they're in a space. I don't want to say exactly who. I'm not going to say who, but, they were, it's almost like, and he's a wealthy individual, but it was just $500, and he kind of got upset because the lead quality was kind of like but he wants people to invest $50,000 into it, and I'm like, well, it's like this is par for the course. Like you're gonna have to get data to figure it out. What's your take on that for people who are not scared, but maybe super stingy on client acquisition?
As in, they're scared to spend ads to be able to get clients.
Yeah, and they have very little tolerance for that, even though like
This is the thing, because I deal with this as well, right? Because there's cycles when you run ads. I try not to think day to day, and now I try not to think week to week. I just try to think in months and quarters, because there are waves to the business. Like being in the info product industry for around 5 years, I can kind of tell like. Summer, some offers rip way more than the winter. When school starts, when holidays, like especially when I know a sales manager who's managing an offer that does $350,000 a day, right? A day. They're doing close to $5 million a month, over $5 million a month, and a holiday will affect them by $350,000. Just one holiday, or just one op, or one tiny thing like change. And these people with these $1 million offers, they are spending high six figures a month on ads. And I keep on talking about this wave, and you have to think a little bit bigger picture, because when you're spending 500 a day and it's not clicking, then it's 1,000, then it's 1,500, then it's 2K, and it's like, I just spent $2,000. But spend that 25, 3K, and when you close on the 6K client, cool. Like, okay, it's 2x ROAS, which isn't that great, and it's kind of nerve-wracking, but we're profitable. So technically, if you had something 15K to sell, you could technically spend $15,000 on ads. And I promise you, if you spend $15,000 on ads and you can't close one client, you're offering the wrong thing. Like, purely enough. Like, you could shoot any ad, it could be as ugly as possible. You can be ugly. The things you say can be ugly. Doesn't matter. $15,000 worth of ads, like, it doesn't make sense for you not to close anything other than you haven't positioned the offer correctly, or you're not actually providing something of value, right?
Yeah, I think so, because you got me on DM ads, which I'm really implementing on right now, and even just the offer, because like the problem with lead forms, because we were doing lead forms and we're diving deep into the, like if people aren't running ads, you're not gonna. This is probably gonna sound like this is probably gonna sound like alien talk to you, but we were running lead forms, and I think lead forms can be a hit or miss depending on how good the creative is.
Yeah.
And then you have to have like a beast follow up. But what I love about your strategy, because it's like a hybrid between organic and paid, by using DM, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I feel like this is correct. You're using like your Instagram almost as like a top of funnel.
Exactly.
And
the thing about, we're comparing lead ads versus DM me ads, right? This is like lead ads as in we collect the name, phone, email, and they go onto some page, versus DM me ads is, hey, swipe up and DM me the word start. And we could see these leads, they were costing you like almost $100 to get a name, phone, and email. And for the DMs, closer to $5 to $10. So we could technically get 10 to 20 people here. And once they DM us, hey, what's your phone number? We're free to give you a call. We can now 5x our ad spend technically, because we're reaching almost the exact same audience at way less the cost.
yeah,
And that's when you bring on a team, and then you train the team, and that's scale. When you start finding these little hacks, like just changing your cost per lead, just changing your cost per call, just changing your show up rate, all these tiny things that you can change will blow up the business. Just one SKU, just one variable, like, will change everything. And that goes to say, like, how carefully, it's not hard to just launch a course and just sell it, right? Like, I'm just going to be honest, it's not hard. But it's not hard because it's just three things: post ad, make the sale, and fulfill. But in those three things, there's a billion things to look at.
yeah,
Right. And once you realize that tracking and numbers is actually the important thing, and you realize that a coaching business is a true business and not just like info cash grab, like, those are the guys who go on to do high six figures, 7, even 8 figures a month run rate with the craziest offers. I mean, the $350K a day guy offers, yo, let me teach you how to implement AI into people's businesses. $15,000 offer. And they do $350K a day, working 6 days a week. Ridiculous.
it's crazy.
Crazy. Yeah.
It's crazy. Here, can you get the mic up a little bit closer to you? So, and the reason I love that so much, because the more and more, because the problem with lead forms, right, is, and I want to, is that it's so cold. Like, if you don't have your follow up dialed in, and also $150 cost per lead is quite a lot, And so in each one, I mean, we'd really have to have like a huge ad spend. Whereas with DMs, they can like look at your profile, ingest your organic content beforehand. And do you feel like they're almost like pre-educated before they come to you?
Yeah, it's like as soon as they hop on my Instagram, they're like, this dude is an authority.
Yeah.
Right. I'm selling something where it's like college students, people in their 20s. When they see me with like 20, 30K followers, they're like, okay, yeah, he's okay. And then looks at the content. Oh, he's speaking at events. Oh, he's on podcasts. Oh, he's doing this. Oh, he can make an inside joke specifically about this niche. He understands it. Oh, he's giving this free opt-in. He is a person of authority. And it just skips all the hard selling. I feel like that it's just you have to sell in the marketing. That's why people usually take sales calls. Sales Mafia this week, most of our closes from this week were just in the DMs. Like, yo, do you want it or not? Like, I'm not taking another sales call.
Wow.
Like, and we've built such an authority where we just send the link, they pay it, and then we send them the onboarding link, and it's fastest deal. And then as a business owner, I don't have to pay a closer or a setter. It's automatic. That's 15% right there.
Is it? Are you using AI appointment setters, or is it you still got people?
No, it's hilarious. I'm just like, I just posted my story. It's a sequence of, hey, this is me when I was at my working at the hospital, struggling, 9-to-5 slave. Here's me at my desk. Here's me trying. Here's me failing. Here's me trying again. Here's me succeeding. If you want to learn, just skip all that and just learn. DM me the word start. Bunch of people DM me start. I'm like, people who are unqualified, send them to the YouTube. Oh, I don't have money. Cool, just YouTube's free. They'll be nurtured there, and once they're ready, they'll buy. And people are like, dude, I'm ready. I see your content. I know you are. Like, dude, I'm hyped. I'm like, cool. Just a single blurb, super straightforward. We have coaching, curriculum, and this. We offer training and placement. Do you want it? Yes. Cool, I'm not going to take a sales call. Here's the payment link. Bam, done. Because I have testimonials on my highlights. And I have a VA in there posting 20 to 30 times a day. They see me more than if I ran $1,000 a day in ads for retargeting. They see me way more. Every scroll. And then it's funny, they'll be like, Tim, you post so much. Why are you posting so much? And I'm like, dude, why do you scroll so much? Like, you only know because you're scrolling. Like, all my business partners, these guys who are doing big numbers, they have no idea I'm posting more.
Sheesh.
What's going on? So yeah, it's a different game. I mean, my phone wallpaper says post more. Because that's what's important to me right now, just getting stuff out, top of funnel. You see the biggest entrepreneurs, even Elon Musk is a creator entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Like Steve Jobs was a creator entrepreneur. He just didn't use Instagram. He used traditional media, right? Bill Gates, all the big guys are, like 100% of them are on socials pushing top of funnel, whether it's you're the creator, you're the CEO, you're the offer. That's why, especially working with Cluely, they're so genius for just hiring a bunch of interns and a bunch of clippers to just mass post like clips of Roy Lee, their founder, or clips of their ads or clips of their demos, because it's going to reach somebody, right? Like the algorithm, there's not enough good content, right? You've seen content where that one piece you've seen over and over again, right? There's like that one video that you keep on seeing, that one viral clip that you keep seeing, because the algorithm doesn't have enough good content to push. It doesn't.
Wow.
So when you're just feeding it, it'll love you. Like it'll push it for you to the right people as well.
So, what do you think? What are your thoughts on lead magnets?
Depends on what you're selling, but I typically don't like lead magnets. If I do have a lead magnet, it would be free, because I truly believe if you're selling something $27 or $50 as a lead magnet, you're only gonna attract people that want to buy a low ticket offer.
Interesting.
Free, okay, everyone, yeah, we're gonna do it to the masses, right? But you're gonna risk cannibalizing your offer if that $27, $47 thing isn't the correct thing to properly ascend them. People usually just say, oh, don't give them too much because you still need them. But no, it's not that. It's the angle has to be correct, right? It's just like, people, BIC, a huge part of their business model isn't just selling the BICs, right? They're awesome, but it's selling the gas for it too. It makes up a lot of money, like just plugging it in. Like they own a lot of like the supply chain for that. So it's in the post, which is unbelievable, but it has to be a correct client progression. The client journey, you have to map out extremely well, right? So for me, if I'm offering sales training and placement, I know that what I can offer is, hey, just this 10-minute introduction. If you give me your name, phone, email, I'll give you this 10-minute free introduction showing you what high ticket sales is and exactly my numbers as well. That's valuable enough, right? It wouldn't make sense from a lead magnet to be like, hey, I'll show you how to outreach to get placed. No. That's not the right thing to put to ascend people, right? So that's what you have to be careful about. But usually I just run the high ticket thing, right? Why not? Yeah.
Yeah. And also to give people a perspective, how many ads do you test daily, weekly, monthly?
So on ABO, on one ad campaign, we'll have maximum 3 ad sets and like 150 ads. Like
wow.
Each ad we can have 10 SKUs on with different color captions, different style editing, different beginnings. We'll change the order of things and just look at the number. What number is better than the other? Like, I can feel like, oh, I just like this video more. Oh, I feel like, no, that's why, especially when movies come out with trailers, they have spent so much money on test groups for those trailers to be like, what actually hits?
Yeah.
And this is the exact same way for ads. You have to be able to just put a bunch of stuff out and test. That's your test group that you have to pay for, and then you release the ad, and then it works. You scale that. Yeah.
And you do it through Ads Manager, right?
Yes.
And that's connected to your personal.
Correct.
And you suggest personal, distributing through personal, not through like the business account.
Hell no. Yeah.
Why?
I mean, people don't connect with companies. They connect with the creators and founders, like first, and then when they love the company, they can forget about the founder. Right? That's what happened to Crumble.
Oh, interesting.
Like, CEO's like, oh, I do this. I'm doing this. Like, we're this cookie brand, and and then now it's just like, oh, it's Crumble.
Because they've reached that critical
mass, bro.
Yeah,
critical mass is super important,
dude. I have this. Okay. So one of our ads, and I'm like, I want to give this to you because it's like I know we'll be able to brainstorm a little bit. I didn't know this, but one of our ads for one of our biggest clients, I'm not going to say who, but they do TV. But I found out that they actually made. It was so funny because I was like, I thought the ad just tanked because I was like, they didn't tell me anything. But they spent about $50,000 in ad spend, so to speak. But it was TV, cable, streaming, and some social. All in all, $50,000. But it was highly leveraged on TV and streaming. And they made $500,000 a month from it. And I didn't know that. And I was like, what the fuck? You know? So I was like, talking about solving rich people problems. That's like a 10 to 12 ROAS. But I love the idea of TV because it's so, it's the least amount. It's literally like they just call when they see the ad. You know?
Traditional marketing definitely still works 100%. Like when you see the billboards when you're driving past the freeway of like, injured in a car accident, call this number. It's actually not going to a company. A marketing agency is running that billboard and siphoning these phone calls to different companies and charging per lead and charging per minutes being talked to.
Whoa.
All of that. And then they get a percentage off every single call time and every single lead coming in.
Dude, that's
They
crazy.
make a lot of money. So like billboards, TVs, magazines. I always preach that everything works. You just have to make it work. Literally everything works. DME as lead form, billboard, TV, anywhere. Run it on Twitch, run it on Pornhub, run it on anything. It's gonna work. Just run the ad. There's a reason why the company is still alive and able to make money through distribution, right? Use it. Like there's no point. That goes back to organic or paid, both. Gotta do both. Yeah.
But do you think it also depends? Because I'm also thinking maybe there's a certain point where things are more acclimated for you. Like the way I'm thinking about it is like maybe when a brand hits a certain critical mass, then that's when you switch on the TV. What are your thoughts on when to do what?
It's not when, it's if it works, right? Like I'm not going to run my mattress firm ads on Instagram because I'd just rather post it on TV because it's for awareness.
Yeah.
Like awareness is really high key. And on Meta, it's like we're not able to collect, like we want to able to track everything so carefully, but when it's through like TV, it's a whole nother ball game, especially if you're trying to go for an instant conversion versus a brand awareness conversion. Because if you're like Folger's Coffee, right? They're not concerned over, hey, how much does it cost per acquisition through this Meta ad? No, they're not. They're just like, let's run a TV ad and let people know about Folger's. We just want awareness right now.
Right.
And it's hard to account for if they order online or if they buy it on Amazon, if they order another bottle, if they go to Costco and happen to pick one up. Like, so it's just with a different goal in mind, right? Like awareness ads on Meta are super cheap. Lead ads are expensive. And then you go to DM me ads. And it's just different styles and different placements. Is it on the story? Is it on the reel? Is it in Explorer? Is it in the search bar? Is it on Facebook or Instagram or Threads? Like Just run it all and test it. It all work. It should all work.
Yeah.
Right. But what works best for you
Yes.
right now? Right. That's why the first person that I hired in my business for my sales agency was a data analyst. This kid goes to UCLA, super smart. And let's just take this nerd who understands a lot about mental models, numerical models, and put him in the info industry with ads, and he just rips. And it's really simple for us to scale when we know the numbers.
Damn, he's a killer.
Yeah.
Why? So when are you gonna run TV?
I probably not. I don't need to run TV. I honestly think that streaming. I'm about to go on Twitch with kind of a bigger streamer to run a webinar. But I think that streaming short form content and YouTube has just destroyed traditional media. Completely destroyed. Like, you see, I saw Giannis Antetokounmpo, who was like an NBA MVP, amazing basketball player. He just did a stream with Speed. I Show Speed, who has like over 20 mil subscribers, and it's just chilling in Greece, talking about his free agency, just eating like alongside, just like super chill, and millions of tens of millions of impressions because people clip it out, just like traditional media. And Giannis would love to do that instead of going on ESPN or First Take, where they're just gonna grill him.
Right.
Why this? What this about your traditional life? We found this about you. What about this? Like, why did you fail? They're just grilling him. So traditional media, I genuinely think people are moving completely away from it and just want to rip on socials.
Yeah.
Right. Because at the end of the day, all the stuff that's happening on the TV, I only know, like Love Island, I only know that Love Island is a thing. I haven't even watched an episode because I see like 100 clips on my TikTok every day. I don't even want to know it, and it's just flooding my content. And that's not the traditional media, what the traditional media would pay for. It's all extrinsic. They're not paying for people to clip it. They're not paying for people to promote it. But once you move into the sector of just having a YouTube video as your TV and having people clip it, I don't need to spend the 50 grand to get on TV.
Yeah.
No one watched it on TV. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people are just clipping it up.
And yeah, and I think it also depends on like the industry, because like if it's like a home service or something, and maybe more acclimated to it.
Not even on TV. Here's a deal you could strike. If you own an HVAC business, detailing business, like whatever it is, if it's a home service business, just go to sushi shops around town, restaurants, and they'll always have a TV in the shop. And you just pay them like $100 a day, $100 a week, and have our ads play for a certain hour of the day or a certain amount of the week, and you will rip. There will be a lot of conversions, and it works. That's so it's awesome. You think outside the box to strike deals, and it'll work. Like what, $100 a week? I promise you, a sushi owner would love an extra $100 a week just to throw a random clip up for 30 minutes every 3 hours on Monday through Friday. Cool. They would love to program that in a TV. You could do it for them too, and that's like what, every day you put it for 3 hours total runtime. You get each hour you get about, maybe let's just say a rough estimate of 2 or 3 calls. Still in a week, like $100 for that many calls, like amazing. Let's find every sushi restaurant in the fucking city.
Especially if it's HVAC.
Especially if it's
that
HVAC.
Could be that could be a $10,000 deal.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's switch gears a little bit. So, talk to me about, because you have a big cross on your chest. Dude.
Yes, sir.
So talk to me about, your testimony. I'd love to hear about it.
Yeah, man. During college, it was difficult, man. I had actually a 3-month period where I was addicted to methamphetamines, super hard drugs, basically smoking crack in Portland.
Wow.
That's why I have a bunch of I have just a bunch of occult shit, pentagrams, weird tattoos, and it was just with bad people. It really entrenched in fashion, sleeping in my car for those 3 months, showering at the 24-hour fitness, just eating at the scrounge table of my college. There's a table where you have leftovers, you just leave it and people can eat it.
Oh, wow.
I was just spent all my money on drugs. It was just in such a dark place in my life, and I just had to figure it out. And I mentioned it earlier, but I got into insurance sales because I was just I need to clean up. So I was one of those guys in those Goodwill suits, just trying to sell insurance, trying to make some money. And slowly, I started shaping my life up, and especially having God behind, just someone was looking after me, someone was praying for me, whether it's my parents, whether it's my friends, anything. I was able to just dig myself out that hole and start seeing some success in first in insurance, but I realized that that wasn't my thing. And then in high ticket sales, just like it was huge. Like, in a matter of less than a year, I was making from broke, homeless, nothing to 40, 50 grand a month profit in sales in college.
Nice.
Like, it's if I could do it, anyone can do it. Like, I'm genuinely not that smart. My brother's the smart one. Like, yes, I'm Asian. Yes, we might be good at math. I'm not. Like, I'm not smart. It's just people say you got to work hard. You got to work hard. It's not about working smart or hard. It's about working fast. I just met people that were going super quick, doing a million things a day, planning a billion things, and me just, okay, what do I do? What do I do? Feel overwhelmed, fail. Feel overwhelmed, fail. Okay, feel overwhelmed. Okay, but something's working. Wait, this works now. Okay, wait, now everything's working. Holy shit, dude, we're making like dude, I made 30 grand this month. Like, holy shit. And I have so many people to thank. Like, so many people have my back, not only my friends, but my family as well. Like, I remember my dad gave me his car to use in Portland because I was like, hey, I want to pursue fashion and insurance sales. I need to be around driving and I want to make music, just a bunch of stuff. I was trying everything. And I didn't know until recently, but what happened was I didn't have enough money at the time because something in my business failed, or like I lost a good amount of money, just trying different things, blowing it on whatever, spending it foolishly. And I just didn't have money when my car broke down. And it was the car that my dad gave me.
Yeah.
And I didn't have enough money to fix it. So I was like, I need to sell it. And I didn't have the balls to tell my dad that I had to sell the car. Like, I just needed money. So I literally just fucking crashed it and told my dad it's totaled and we have to sell it. And I sold it for cents on the dime, like nothing.
Yeah.
But it's still enough for me to be like, okay, I have money now. Let me try this business again. And let me try to keep myself afloat, get on another high ticket offer and start closing again. Because I know that if I lose everything, I could just make sales for people and get a commission. And that moment right there and that lift up was literally what saved me. So just half a year ago when I retired my dad, I was like, be done with teaching. Let's go to Hawaii. Went to Hawaii for a week. I told him, I was like, dude, I crashed your car and got like maybe a grand or two from it. He was like, yeah, I know. Like, I kind of thought, like, we know you're crazy, Tim. And it was interesting because especially he knew not only that, but he continued to support me. And I knew that at home is my mom and my dad, and my mom has a super old Acura, and I took my dad's Honda Accord 08. It's lit. And they were just using my mom's car and it barely even ran, and he sacrificed transportation to see his son succeed. So now, like, anything my dad wants, go for it. Like, anything you want, bro. So not only the family side, but friends, my belief, just, yeah, going back to the occult, like spending so much time in the occult with demonic people, with demonic presence, with demonic energy. I was just like, there has to be an equal opposite or even a more powerful opposite. And every time I'm in those rooms, every time in those spaces, they would just mock Jesus or specifically say, you can't say Jesus. In Freemason lodges, you can't say the word Jesus or they will banish you, quite literally. And it makes you think, right? Why not? There's power in his name. It's not even Jesus, it's Yahweh. They don't even want us to say it the right way. Right? It's just, and when you go from that space to this and the light, it's like, it's so freeing. Like, I felt so light. Like, everything was so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, I could just do what I want and live my life and give my glory to no man and give my glory to not myself. Like, I think that's the most ultimate freeing thing. Like, more than anything else. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so what was that like?
I know that was a lot, huh?
That was a lot, yeah. But no, it's good, man. I mean, so what was that occult like? Give me like construct or paint me like a scene from it. Like, what, like, give me like a memory that you have. So, like, like an experience that happened. What was that like? What was the room like?
Yeah. So, yeah, actually, a lot of memories. Trying to find what's worse. I'm trying to paint an extremely awful picture about myself.
No. Oh, well.
Homeless for 3 months, living in someone else's garage, and in that garage, there was just a bunch of people who were in the punk scene in Portland. And I actually got a tattoo of a pentagram on me from that night. I don't even remember what I was thinking. I was just so entranced in like whatever cult thing was happening and so brainwashed that nothing was going on in the world except whatever is in the circle and exactly what's going on in our belief system, that it was very difficult to come out of. That's why, like, dude, we have like Scientology or these Mormons, like they're so trapped. But once you're free, you could go any direction. You can straight downward spiral and just become so much worse. Or you could go the opposite way, and it's just you still have to decide at the end of the day. But just getting out of that situation is difficult in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was there a specific moment where Christ really spoke to you?
I don't know if there's any specific point, but I just feel his presence a lot. Like I think more than anything, what I take from Jesus is walking. Like Jesus walks. Like, you know, in the Bible, if you account each location for like from Matthew, Mark, Luke, John in the New Testament about what Jesus did, he walked like 10 to 15 miles a day. Like that's marathon level. And walking has a purpose to it, right? It's not just traveling, but it's who are we walking with? How are we walking? Who's carrying us? How can we possibly walk? Who gave us the idea to move? Who gave the idea to communicate and to interact with one another, right? Creating one human is genius. Creating 9 billions over the years is insane. There's a master at work. Like connection and community sell and people love it. People buy. People spend 50, 100, 200 grand. People spend $500,000 to join the private reserve in Puerto Rico just because of community, and that bond. Not only within people go to church and people have, especially share their faith with their partner, with their family, with their friends. Like that's a really tight knit circle that is super special. But beyond that, like, each person and the relationship with God and like their spiritual relationship is also super personal and super special as well. That's why when you ask like, oh, okay, what's your testimonial? That's like the real, how are you? Right? Like,
Yeah.
what story do you actually tell? And some people might say, yeah, I don't have a crazy story though. It's like, okay, watch. Like I prayed to God. I remember it was during that era. I prayed to God to make me his strongest soldier. And in that same week, girl broke up with me, broke my car. My brothers dealt with something. My dad had some health issue. Some academic thing happened. That's like all at once. I was just like, bro, like, if I get out of this, I will be probably a strong soldier. But yeah, just be careful what you ask for.
Be careful what you ask for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why does it always happen all at once sometimes?
Man, I'd rather take it all at once though, man.
I like that frame. That's an interesting frame.
Yeah, I mean, it defeats my imposter syndrome at all because I feel like I could do anything. Like I always say, my mom, my dad, and Kanye West allowed me to believe I could do anything. Like actually though, because I went from, hey, you're a neuroscience guy, to, hey, you really like the fashion industry. Hey, you really like crypto. Hey, you really like sales. Hey, you really like high ticket sales. Hey, you really like operating. I'm wearing so many different hats, but I know I can do all of it. Like I'm confident that I can get that shit done. All right.
Well, what's your story in crypto? Are you still in crypto? Or are you still dabbling? Or
no, let me flex. I got 2 Bitcoin.
Oh, do you really?
2 Bitcoin.
That's awesome.
It's from like 2016 or from high school.
Oh, hell yeah.
But my pain in that was I remember going to Cerritos Library with my dad when I was a kid. It was like 2011, probably even before, a little after that, before or after. And they held a Bitcoin conference. And they were selling these gold bars worth 100 Bitcoin for like $10 each. And you could buy it as a souvenir. And I was like, I remember so clearly asking my dad for one. And he was like, not really. Let's go home. I don't remember a lot of memories as a kid, but I actually remember being in the elevator asking my dad, 100 Bitcoin? Dude, how much is that? Like $1 billion? Like, dude.
Dude, I don't even want.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't believe it. And they were real Bitcoin?
Real Bitcoin. Yeah, there's the number on the back. Like, C phrase on the back. Like, yeah, exactly. But crypto now, I have a pretty wild story about crypto. Um, there was a point in my life where I was just so much into meme coins and crypto that I stopped running my businesses because I did like 50 grand in a week. And I was like, holy shit, I could do 50 grand every week. I'm rich off crypto. I could do nothing, no business, no ads, no serving clients. No, like really cool. And then I actually built up quite the portfolio just trading meme coins on Solana, but I got my wallet drained.
Oh,
I got drained for over $100,000 just in my Phantom wallet, just disappeared. And I was like, cool. It's because I was on Deck Screener and I clicked some Twitter link, and on that Twitter link is like verify you're human. And I just clicked it, gone.
oh,
There we go.
shit.
And after that, that was another downhill moment in my life. I got a loan and started running ads for my business and started doing free work for people, training people in sales and high ticket sales, and just trying to build that momentum up again, and started rocking again. I know I could do this business shit from the ground up.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Dude, how many times have you nearly gone bankrupt? And it's obviously a personal question, but it's like, it's real. Like, how many times have you really almost gone bankrupt? And I think the greatest entrepreneurs always face that.
For sure. Like 3 times.
Like 3 times?
I'm only 24.
Fuck. That's amazing.
But I genuinely learned something huge from every single aspect of it. First one was not to do drugs. Second was to not to gamble, and the third was not to gamble on other people. I started investing in other companies and hiring people out to do stuff and just losing cash so quick. Versus now I know that I could do it, and I could build the team and create the right team internally to get that shit done. And I think people fail to believe in themselves, and that's what is the biggest detriment to their business. Like, they fail to believe that they can run that ad, or that they can be that figure or manager or operator, or actually serve as the chief executive officer. They feel like they need to hire someone for that. Most of the time, no. And every time for ideation, it always has to come from you. But business is art. Like Steve Jobs said this best. Like, he built that iPhone off the calligraphy course that he learned at Reed College. I took that class, by the way. It was beautiful. And it just, even something as simple as calligraphy and fonts can translate to the user experience on an iPhone. Like, every little learned thing in my life, I've slowly realized like it applies to everything I do. And I can be multifaceted, and I can be a Renaissance man because of all the random bullshit, trial, tribulations, ups, downs, dealing with such random circles. Like, it just becomes so much fun.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, but how do you balance the Renaissance man craving with a singular, or with getting momentum and success?
Yeah, everything has to work at once, right? Wrong, right? Things can work at their own timing. I mean, I'm playing the long game at this point. I know that if I just keep consistently doing what I'm doing and what I've planned out and the KPIs I've set, I will be a billionaire by 35. Like, there's no chance. The only chance is up to if I'm actually able to execute, and if that's actually my dream in 1, 2, 3, 5, 10 years. Because I want to do other stuff. I mean, the point about having money is to be free to decide anything you want to do, right? The richest man, the guy who makes billions of dollars off toilet papers could give a fuck about toilet paper. They could give a fuck. They're just making money off of it, and they're probably like a DJ, or like, I don't know, like doing something they love, like building their own car or whatever with the money. Like, that's true freedom. And that's why people like financial freedom, time freedom, location, that's all bullshit. Just get a lot of money and you could do whatever you want, because that's truly the hold that the government has on us. The taxes, the bills, the tariffs, the this, the new pot, the them. It's all just about money. Like, I hate to make it that, but it is about money. But what precedes money is the mindset every single time. Like, no one, you think you're rich before you actually are. Like, 100%.
And how do you balance, because, there's a school of thought of, like Steve Jobs, where he's like, you need to be passionate about it, because when the shit really hits the fan, at least you can lean on your love for it. Whereas Alex Hormozy says, fuck passion, make money, and do the most boring thing that makes the most money.
Yeah, they're both right. It's like the Japanese ikigai, like what would satisfy me as a person, right? It has to be something I love. It makes me money. It does good for the world. with sales for me, especially in high ticket sales, for me, it was just, I want to make money. I need money, right? For that. But I slowly realized I had to learn to love what I do.
Mm.
And genuinely, once you start learning what you love to do, and once you start impacting people on a super deep level, like, dude, I took a college kid from absolutely not knowing nothing about sales to making 10, 20 grand a month by month 3. And then a year later, we're chilling on a yacht in Miami because he's doing 50, 60 grand a month operating businesses. Like, once you do that, it's like, how could I not love what I do? I literally just changed a human's life off like myself. Like, obviously they put in work, obviously they grinded hours and took things into account, but I can affect someone so directly. Like, dude, I love the info space. I love the education space now. But the layer on top is, hey, if you're getting paid over 100 grand a month, dude, you're gonna love it. Like, I mean, like,
That's true.
yeah, like,
That's absolutely true.
not a lot beats that.
Well, what do you? So it's like an integration of those two schools of thoughts, basically.
Yeah. I always tend to be like, okay, what can actually make money? Lay these out, and what do I want? It's not what do I want, and then how can I make money? To me, that's how it works in my head. Because you have to validate something. Something has to be validated for you to do. I mean, people are like, oh, I have this passion for. It's funny. My girlfriend's like, she's like, oh, I want to start a flower business because I like flowers. I just want to own a business so I can, do. I feel like it would be fun. I'm like, okay, cool, we could start it. But in my brain, it's like, okay, what's the distribution? What's the strike? What's the deals? What's the pricing on it? Where can we source things? Where do we run ads? Where do we like? Okay, we got a little girl trying to compete against, these 1-800 flower companies that have been doing this for 30, 40, 50 years, that private equity behind. It's like, okay, are you actually doing the business because you love the flower business, or do we want money from it, or do we? Everyone's starting a business for a different reason. So if you want to be profitable, you could take my framework. I'm always trying to be profitable. If you want to be a hobbyist, go ahead. You don't have to be profitable as well. Like, go have your girl run the little boutique store that loses 40 grand a month. Like, go ahead. Right? Like,
what is the number one key to profitability?
Profitability is lean team. I don't want to work with a lot of people. I don't want to manage a lot of people. And the more people we have, the more people we have to pay. I know, and that sounds really obvious, but people fail to realize that. It like sounds cool to have a big team.
It does.
Like, my sales agency has like 40 people in it, and people are like, dude, whoa, who are you? I'm like, if I could, I wouldn't want that. Like, I wish it could just be me and then one guy that's a private chef, an editor, and my personal trainer at once. Like, let's just keep everything lean. I want to know everyone like that, and just build a super tight circle. Like, everyone on my team that works for me drinks the juice. Like, they think that I'm going to be the next Jeremy Miner, that I'm going to be the next Jordan Belfort, that I'm going to be whoever number one. So they're willing to take a 30, 50, 60% pay cut if they were to move to another company to work for me.
Yeah.
Because think about it, early days, it's like I try to model all my stuff as much as Steve Jobs. You have to create a team that's self-policing. If you have one beast employee and then a second beast employee and then a third guy that's just okay, those first two guys are going to tell you to fucking fire that third guy. They're going to boot him out. They're self-policing. You don't have to go and manage themselves because that's the team culture, right? And a lot of people fail to have that team culture and take their employees out and travel with them and buy them stuff and give them crazy bonuses. Because I actually don't have like, why not, right? Like, if you're actually getting so rich with the business, like, dude, I pay my editor, he's some Indian dude, so I pay him like 1 billion rupees a month, dude. Like, I'm giving him American bonuses and American pay, and bro's living life in India like a baller. He's gonna give me the best videos. He's gonna respond as soon as I text him. He will be loyal to me. He'll get it done.
Yeah.
Right. And once you have such a soldier, like, dude, Jesus had 12 disciples, and those 12 disciples told everyone in the world. Dude, you just need like 1 or 2 guys, and then 3 guys, and then scale. Right. And we have these billion-dollar businesses with the owner of Google has no clue who's working in those buildings. Absolutely no clue.
No.
They can barely name all 30 people in the exec board off the top of their head. Right. But it's just creating that environment, and all that started just with the first and second guy. That's why Google, they'll be like, I'm the number 13 employee of Google, right? They'll have it in their bio, like number 12 employee of Google. because that's a flex because you were part of that, initial,
Yeah, the initial.
like the founding members to get that shit going to be what it is today. And small scale companies and solopreneurs don't realize that. They're literally self-employed. I'm like, what are you doing? Just might as well just go get a job at that point. You're working yourself harder than it is doing a job.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just ridiculous. Like, if you don't love it, you're gonna get cooked. I actually love this shit. Like, I could work all day, every day, like right now, and I'm in the season of that. So compete. Let's run it.
Okay, well, last question. So, what do you think? Well, what is your number one lesson that you've learned in your life so far?
Number one lesson. I think the lesson I've used the most. Kanye West told me this himself. He said, "You got to go get that shit." I quote that. He said, "You got to go get that shit." And what happened was, I was working as a kind of a marketing assistant, doing a bunch of random stuff, and there was this designer that I admired so much, like so much so. I was like talking to him. I was like, "Bro, like I was telling Kanye, I was like, dude, I love this dude. That's the best work." I was like, do you think I can connect with him? Or like, how do I get response? And he was like, yeah, you got to connect with him. And I went back to him. I was like, okay, can I connect with you? He's like, yeah, let me get your number. And I grabbed his phone and I gave him my number and handed it back to him. I was like, okay, cool. And I went back to Kanye. I was like, do I just wait or like what goes on? And he's like, bro, you got to go get that shit. Like, you got to go ask for the number. You got to go out there and do that yourself. No one's too low for outreach. You got to go ask. When someone's right in front of you, ask. When people are way ahead of you, ask. Right? People ask me for shit all the time and I give, right? And I know that these people way further ahead in life, they don't even charge for their time. They're so far ahead in life. If people ask, they will do, right? The person that's my one mentor, her name's Jill Andrusevich. She used to actually work for Steve Jobs when they were in Apple. She'll give me the cleanest advice and allow me to text her whenever. 8-figure multimillionaire, by the way, at any time when it's valid. Because I asked and I continued to ask, right? Or with one of my biggest clients now, unnamed because we have NDA, but huge fitness influencer. I saw him when I was on vacation. I was like, yo, you're this guy. Hey, what are you doing with sales? If I didn't even, first of all, go get that shit by talking to him first, or even go further to talk to him about my business and to go further to ask him for his number, like that's the biggest thing. You got to go get it. No one's going to give you shit. Like, you got to go if you want your business, you got to go get it. If you want the girl's number, you got to go get it. She's not going to fucking come to you. Like, anything in life, you got to go get it. And that's why the go guys are like the autistic go guys are the guys that succeed and make so much money. Like, there's no money you could pay me for me to chill on the beach. Maybe for a month, I'll be chilling. But after that, I'll start itching to build stuff. And again, how can you compete with somebody like that? You gotta learn this type of hunger.
Yeah.
Right? You can't just buy it, or you can't just have it or trade it. Like, you gotta deal with shit to be able to get there. Right.
Dude, Tim, thank you so much, man.
Yes,
this was a badass conversation, man. But yeah, where can people follow you?
Instagram, tim.closes. Or on YouTube, just type in Tim Chao, and yeah, you'll be able to pay me later.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, that's the leverage.
Cool. Part one.
That's awesome, man.
Was that good enough?
I think so. I mean, Andrew, what do you think?
I loved it.
Just spitting, man.